Well, hello there. I'm Jacqueline Cousins, and I'm doing a Family Guy review. Episode entitled The Courtship of Stewie's Father, which is a Stewie movie. Brian's sitting in the couch watching TV. The episode starts with Brian sitting in the couch watching TV. Stewie walks up to him. I am so bored. I want to go to the park. This dog up here talking about his ding dong. Stewie, the baby, then walks up to Lois. She's too busy to even cleaning to even look at him. She walks past him. He trips off, and all she can say, Stewie, that's not nice. Don't grab Mama's pants like that. You can really hurt her. Okay. At Peter's job, his boss checks on him to see if he got his work done. To see if he's got his work done, this dude's sitting up here playing, watching the videos on the internet. Guess what? She award Opie the Employee of the Month. Flashback, this fool Peter calls himself teaching a group of sand people. Sand people. Okay. Okay. Lois goes in the room with the laundry. Stewie follows her with a hole digging shuttle. I don't know what that thing is. Lois comes to find out he ended up going through a wall and he's stuck. He's spinning around. Brian comes, but he didn't go help him. He grabs a beer and he flicks a coin at him. Wow. Peter drinks with his friends. He up here complaining, my coworker got Employee of the Month. Joe tells him to brown nose her, meaning kiss up to her. Cleaver's like, maybe you should work hard and be polite, which really didn't work. Angela, Peter's boss, pulls up in her house. She was on her way to the house, then Peter was right there. Peter stands at her door with flowers saying he organized a cat fight. A cat fight in the house? They walk to the house. Cat's all torn up, blood all over the house, the living room, and he gonna say, I'll see you Monday. You're just gonna walk off and leave her with the mess. Chris playing baseball with his friends. He winds up breaking Mr. Herbert's window when he hits a home run. Him and the kids make a run for it. Ain't no apology. Okay. Stewie's at her daycare playing patty cake with a girl that looks like Bonnie, Joe's wife. Lois talks to the teacher about Stewie acting up. Stewie shows her a picture of Stewie's drawing. First, all these pictures. Stewie stabbing Lois, pulling Lois' head off, cooking Lois. Since when do you cook human beings? Oh, his father's not in this picture. That's all Lois said. Yeah, that ain't all. Stewie wants to shoot it. Stewie wents to her and shoot at her with a bow. Stewie ends up hitting the teacher. Yeah. Lois gets on Peter. Oh, Herbert comes to Chris's house, telling Lois that Chris broke his window playing baseball. Lois gets on him about that, and then Peter's a hypocrite. He gonna talk to Chris about hard work, but yet he can't do his job at work. Does that make sense to you? Oh, Chris is whining, telling myself, I don't want to do chores in the weekend. Lois like, a little hard work could do wonders. And meanwhile at the job, Angela walks in. She got an announcement. Peter assumes he was going to give Opie another Employee of the Month. he's getting promoted, and then Sal Waves gets employee of the month. So much for catfights, huh? Lois wants to talk to Peter about his son. Peter like the fat one or the funny one? And Chris gonna sit up here and laugh. Ha ha! Telling Stewie, ha ha! Dad called you fat. No, Chris. Peter called you fat. Peter called Stewie the funny looking one. Pay attention. Lois tells Peter that Stewie has been acting up and he hasn't spent any more time with his father. She also told Peter he needs to start spending more time with him. Peter's like, oh, okay, and walks off. Then comes back with a damn box talk like Stewie can play with that box. He claims that Stewie can make a forward. Now he crawls into the box. Lois tells Peter to share the box, but he don't want to do it. Meanwhile, he's at the baseball game. Peter and Brian and Stewie, well, at least that's what I thought it was. Stewie is left in the car with no freaking air conditioning. Just breathing heavily, just suffocating. And then two people gonna walk past him, talking about some, oh my god, a baby! He's gonna miss the game! Oh my god, they didn't even bother taking the baby out the car right. Peter talks the baby. He ain't all. Peter takes a baby to a strip club in a bar. That's awkward. Very awkward. Lois finally convinced Peter that he can't take Stewie anywhere he wants to go. He's a baby. He walks up to the cabinet and she reaches for a rice. Peter, I can't reach the rice. Can you come get it? Peter knocks it down on Lois' head accidentally. Stewie started laughing. So Peter got a great idea to make Stewie's laugh. He gonna purposely throw bees at Lois and then throw a jar of pickles. Seriously, how old is Peter? Peter walks upstairs with water holes. I don't know why. And Stewie follows him with the cancer. I'm sitting up here like, oh my goodness, this is so stupid. Peter busts down the door. Peter busts down the bathroom door. Lois was just sitting in the toilet just using it. Then Peter busts in and just holds her down. Just like that. She just walk out of the bathroom with her pants down and she fell down the stairs. How embarrassing can that get? Now, the next day Lois got through unloading groceries. Next thing you know, Peter and Stewie laughing. They push her in the car. They drove all the way to the damn lake. And they laughing as they go. They hitchhiking for a ride. They on the way to the restaurant and they laughing all the way there. They laughing. Once they come home, they slowly stop laughing. I'm like, is it really that damn funny? Peter's like, I hope she could get out. Nah, she fine. What? Chris went into Mr. Herbert's house just to clean up the bail. Mr. Herbert comes out. Well, hello there. I'm starting to think you wasn't coming. Chris just went to work. Herbert told him if he could take his shirt off, that'll be fine. Okay. Peter and Stewie sitting in the living room with Brian watching the news. William Holly is funny. Everybody looks like ants. That is so crazy. And then Lois came in all soaking wet, plants all over her. She mad as hell. And she started yelling at him. Stewie, the baby, gonna start defending his father. He ran downstairs and kicks him. Okay. Kicks and punches her. Lois picked him up and like, Stewie, you gonna go to your room. Peter just sat there and did nothing. And Stewie thought he had his back. Stewie was so pissed off at Peter. He burned the outfit that he bought him. He even burned the pictures. He burned everything Peter gave him. Peter tried to talk to him, but Stewie wasn't trying to hear it. Now he goes to a dog. Brian, for help. It was like Well, it depends. Are you just asking me for advice, or do you want to ask random questions? Feels like, what's obstacle? Peter started driving. Peter started driving Stewie somewhere. I didn't know where he was driving at first. Peter's like, Stewie, I know you're a little mad at me right now, but when I take you somewhere, you'll be surprised. Stewie saw Disney World, and all of a sudden he jumps up and get all excited, but yet he's still mad at his dad. So they in Disney World. The first thing they ride on was the Halle Berry's Wild Ride. When I was at Disney World, there's no Wild Halle Berry's ride. And Halle Berry was not that crazy. They get on that ride, and then they crash into a lot of crowds. Okay. Then they went to go see this Michael Jackson dance in 3D. He jumps up. This guy that's dancing on the screen, that's supposed to be Michael Jackson, jumps out the screen and took the boy. He went to shop for souvenirs, and Stewie wanders off in the park. Why did Stewie do that? Stewie turns around and shows him something, and yet he's gone. Peter started asking around, and the first thing he asks is the crow's from Jumbo. Stewie walks. He's like, Peter's like, have you seen my son? I understand about everything, but I sure didn't see your son no how. Oh my god, they were funny. Oh, Stewie somehow walks into this fun world. And there goes the guard. I was assuming that they was gonna help Stewie, but yet they took lost kids and makes them into slaves. They took Stewie, for example, changed him up, put him in some crazy costumes, and have him sing that same old tired ass lyrics. It's a tiny, tiny world. 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 That dang old song could go on forever. Stewie don't want to sing, but yet one of the kids was like, if you don't sing, they don't make you do a Christmas movie with Tim Allen. What's wrong with doing a movie with Tim Allen? Stewie had no choice but to sing. Meanwhile, at this house, Lois and Meg sitting together watching TV. Max asked this stupid ass question. Is Chris still doing chores for that disgusting old man? Lois was like, that's not nice. Old people got a lot to offer society. She used Kim Cattrall for example. If you don't know Kim Cattrall, you might know her from Sex in the City, the HBO series and a movie. She's not that old. She's in the current 50s, and she still looks good. The show made her a cartoon tan robot. And why do I hear noise when she moves her legs? And why do she put oil on them? That's kind of weird. A man dives right into her and breaks her into pieces. Okay. Mr. Herbert takes Chris out to dinner as a repayment for all the hard work Chris has did. They offered to take a souvenir photograph, which was nice. They take pictures. Herbert looks in the picture and thinks of his friendship, which is what I assume. In his dreams, Herbert is wearing a wig and a dress, which is kind of weird, but at the same time, it was kind of... The dream was kind of nice, I gotta admit. He was dancing around, cleaning. They are sitting in the living room, looking at TV with their children. You should see their children. I Love Lucy is what they look at. they took a peek in the room. They took a peek in the room to see what the children are doing, and all they doing was playing with the dog. I don't see how Herbert can even keep the dog. I mean, the dog looked tired and old already. Anyways, Herbert is asleep, and Chris was like, "Are you dead? How about carrying him home?" Back inside the fun world, Stewie around the kids still singing that title lyrics. It's a tiny, tiny world. Stewie saw Peter yelling for his attention. Peter like, "Why are you dressed like reruns?" All the kids were free. Peter and Stewie came out. The guards stopped them. They sent Ackman after them. Ackman chases Peter and Stewie at the point. "Look, there's a woman learning." Very nice. They went to the Disney store. Pick out some disguise. Ackman followed them. It seems like they're not there. They're hiding in disguise. They snuck out the store. They into the cage. Stewie and Peter went on a roller cart. Ackman did the same thing just to keep up with them. Ackman rips up his shirt, pulls out his sword. That looks like some Aladdin put together. Ackman caught up with him. Peter throws a shovel at Ackman. Ackman lost his balance and fell. Peter and Stewie finally got out the cage. They were saved, at least that's what they thought. They ran into Michael Eisner. The real Michael Eisner, I just did a research on him. He was a executive office of Walt Disney. It was from 1984 to 1985. But yet they made an evil cartoon of him which doesn't even look like him, and he's an evil monster. Right, a guy in a suit looks like an evil monster. Michael tries to grab Peter's heart. Peter blocked it and punches him. Fell off the cliff. Stewie walks in to check to see what he's doing. Crocodile tore him up. I mean, they chop him up good. Peter was like, "You think he's dead?" Peter was like, no, Stewie was like, "You think he's dead?" Peter was like, "Nah, he'll be back." Stewie admits that he appreciate Peter coming to his aid, and he loved him so much. They hugged and went on their way, and Herbert was at home hanging out with this old dog, Jesse. And that was the end of the Family Guy review. It was a very father-son special moment, I gotta say. That was pretty cool episode. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you pretty soon.